Hi, I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos, and this is a pre-completion video of an old piano that I'm working on. It's a really pretty piano. It came in as a trade-in, completely hammered. Somebody really did a significant upgrade, so I'm going to show you what I'm working on. This is the action, kind of the engine essentially of the piano, and the main part in there, it's called the jack. You can kind of see it right here. I'm wiggling it. That's what you can see. It pushes on the bottom of the hammer there. Every single one of these, all 88 of them, were coming unglued. So you can see I'm still working on it. As part of it, I took all the springs out of the way and just kind of stuck them on there to get them out of the way, and I re-glued all 88 of them. That was a major undertaking. Of course, all of the screws under here, screws under there, everything is tightened, lubricated. Here's the upside down. You can see this white powder here. That's Teflon powder. Underneath all of these spots, that's where the damper comes in contact. Here's the damper. There's a rod that comes and pushes up on this, and that's a common source of squeak. So all of these were tightened. Right now I'm in the process of reshaping, so you can see all of this felt that I'm taking off here. Here's these have been done already. This was a shank that someone else replaced at one point, and it wasn't quite properly done, so I'll replace that shank. This one is missing, but luckily I found the hammer in there. Same with up there at the top. These hammers are down to almost down to the wood core, so I'll replace maybe about the top octave, but the rest of these will be reshaped. And then of course this action will all be completely regulated once I get a little further along. Same thing here. We've got Teflon powder. This on all of these pins here and these pins here in the center. Of course this was completely filthy, as every single piano older than 10 years, and of course this piano was a lot older than that, but every piano that I come across that's older than 10 years old is completely filthy. So everything first was taken out, everything vacuumed, and then gone over on the inside with lemon oil. And all of this is in good shape. Went over all of the action with some stain, and that really livens things up. Come over here, you can see this is the post stain. It's dry now. These keys, there was a sharp that was missing. Replaced the sharp. All of these. This is original ivory. This is the real stuff. This is original ivory in beautiful condition. It wasn't in. It was pretty ugly, but I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it's nice and shiny. I buffed all. There are 52 white keys. Buffed all of those, and all of these chips here. Let me show you what I'm. Oh, before I show you what I'm doing these chips, while we're over here, here's some of the trap work. Take the pedal mechanism. Took those out. Clean those. These are the original pedals. So, you know, they've still got little tiny nicks, but you can't see them more than a foot away. They're buffed. Taking to the buffing wheel and buff that brass to a beautiful high polish. And those three pedals will be beautiful. And there's the lock. Buff that as well. Okay, let's get back to the keys. I'll show you what you do on these chips. There were about a dozen or so that had these little chips in them. And ivory does that. It gets brittle. So, come on over here. And you can see, this one, that's actually acrylic, like fingernails. So you fill in those chips with this acrylic stuff, and then after it dries, you shape it and you can polish it and everything. I'll probably do another work on that one for a while, but it's a pretty good repair. So there's the before and there's the after. Let's see, what else? Of course, I'll tune it, raise the pitch and tune it. I'm working. One of the casters was some of the wood back there had been pushed up at one point, so I'm repairing that, using big fat number 12 screws, get that all really nice and tight. Have the piano on its back. I'll replace a little bit of veneer. Of course, replace rubber, the rubber bumpers that go here with brand new ones. So I mean, this is an exhaustive list that I put these pianos through, and then the final finishing touches, I do what's called the key dip, which is the distance that the hammer travels. That's a very specified distance. The distance from the hammers to the strings when the hammers are at rest, that's a very specific distance. The distance that the hammer, as it travels towards the string, at the last moment before it hits the strings, it pulls away. That's called let off. So all of those distances are taken into account, and I do all of that and make it wonderful. So anyway, check back with this piano, and not too long, it'll be all done, and it'll be a fully refurbished, wonderful, beautiful classic. Oh, one last thing. I'm going to show you. Come back over here. This will be it, and we'll be done with this video. This is the front panel, or at least the frame of the front panel. So you can see this beautiful look, and then these are the legs. And after that coat of stain, it'll be it was beautiful. And there's the bench that came with it, the matching bench, which is very rare. I think it speaks for the sturdiness of this bench, is that this is the original bench. And I am going to take this top and have it reupholstered by a good friend of mine who is very crafty. So she'll put a new top, so it's not this 1940s dingy whatever this is. So anyway, check back soon, and this piano's gonna be fantastic when I'm through with it.